Good morning, everyone. Today, we're talking about grip strength. Grip strength is anything from your forearms. I mean, if you want your forearms decent, you've got to work them. Okay. As everything in life, if you don't work it, okay, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Now, why grip strength is so important? In order for me to hold on to anything, I mean, it could be holding on to my grandkids, it could be holding on to a bag of groceries, it could be holding on to a knife, it could be holding on to an axe. But consistently working that to where my grip is like the old time guys, the iron workers, the guys that actually worked hard, no safety straps, and all they depended on was their hand strength to hold on, to manipulate. So today, just a little bit on grip strength. This is just a regular little old hammer. Now, if I'm gonna build that grip strength, moving this from right to left like this, that starts working my forearms, and it starts working my grip, and it starts working my wrist. Now, this is going to make it stronger. Now, keep in mind, if you have weak wrist, start out light. Okay, it might be just doing this, getting used to that motion. Okay, don't have to get real heavy. Now, the next thing, this is a piece of telephone wire, solid, and it's relatively heavy. This is going to give me a little bit more range, okay, on my wrist. But again, I'm thinking about grip, so I'm locking my grip in and trying to work my forearms and work my grip. So as you start out, you're going to get better and better, at the flexibility in your wrist, and at the same time you're building your forearms. This other one, which is a small baseball bat, and it's a little top heavy, so you have to be careful with this one, not to overstress your wrist. But again, you're working forearm. Now, I can isolate my forearm here to where my forearm is just working off that. If you start doing too much of this, then it starts working everything else. So the small baseball bat works really well. Now, this one is a little bit more for guys that actually can grip and have decent forearms. I don't recommend this for somebody that doesn't work it. This is a 12-pound shot put. So from here, I grip that, I spin that, spin, 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 okay? And what starts happening is all this starts forming to build that strength up. The grip is, if you're in grappling, it's one of those necessary tools. If I reach up and I grab your collar, okay, I need to be able to hold on to that. If I'm in a street situation, I need to be able to grab the guy by the jacket. If I'm rescuing somebody, if they're falling over an edge, I need to have that grip strength so I can reach over and I can grab them and pull them up. But you need grip strength. But it's just something you guys have to think about. The other thing is just, constantly stretching your fingers to make them nimble enough so that you can grab. It's one of the biggest things that as we get older, we start losing our legs and our grip. So, climbing rope, doing hangs, you don't have to do pull-ups, but just hang to try to, when I do hanging, I don't grab the bar, okay? And when I say I don't grab the bar, when I'm doing hanging, I don't grab like this. I grab like this, where just my fingers are hooked over that, and that's how I hang. It's makes your grip stronger. And when you're meeting guys out there, you know, a good strong handshake is a good thing. Okay, it's not. So many people have gotten past what the handshake means. A lot of in the olden days, this was my word, this was my trust that I was going to do the right thing. So when I reach out and I give a nice firm handshake, not a little handshake like this, but a nice firm handshake, it lets everybody know that you're trying to follow a certain tradition. Good handshake. You know, I get guys in here do knuckle bumps. I do the shoulder bumps and everything, and great. I mean, when we had, you know, social distancing in 2020, it's kind of, you know, disappointing, because that's one part of tradition that's fading out. So good handshake, having a good grip. You don't want to break the guy's hand, but you know, when you're meeting, a good strong handshake will go a long way. So today, get a grip. That's what it's about. Get a grip, and you know, continue doing our part. You know, are we mice or are we men? Okay. And as I'm always, you know, saying, you know, it's like there are sheep and there are shepherds. The shepherd protects the sheep. Not everybody wants to be a shepherd. Okay, the shepherd is the one also that has to fight off the predators like wolves, bears, cougars. So anytime that you're, you know, out there taking care of animals, the shepherd has a lot more to do. And so, you know, trying to be here as men, as protectors. So work on that grip, get to where you can get it strong so you can hold on, okay? So until that, I will see you guys tomorrow.